Hey guys, my name is Maria and this is Samson and welcome to another video.
I like it, I go la 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 la. I like it, I just wah 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 wah. Oh baby, say it and make it a day.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's been quite a while since I filmed a bookish video because life just got really crazy and a lot of things are kind of changing for me right now, so I needed to take a break, but I am happy to be back and we are going to try to make this a consistent thing. Right, buddy? Yeah? And if you guys don't know, Samson is our 28-year-old umbrella cockatoo that we rescued, and he often joins me in my videos, just, I suppose, for the cuteness factor.
He is devilishly handsome.
Right, Sams? So I thought that for today's video, since I am really behind on my monthly wrap-ups, I am going to do my December wrap-up. In the month of December, I didn't read that many books, but I still read some, and I'm going to talk about them today. And hopefully this video is going to be shorter than most because I tend to ramble on, but we're working on it. So, yeah, I guess he has a lot to say too. So let's get into the video. So in the month of December, I read 3 books, which is kind of on the smaller side for me, but I'm working on quality over quantity, and I had 1 5-star book and unfortunately 2 3-star books, but at least I found 1 5-star, so that's really good.
Looking for that silver lining.
Actually, a little mistake that I just made. I am only going to count 2 books in this month because the 3rd book I started reading in the end of December and I actually finished it in January. So I'm not going to count that. So 2 books in December and 1 5-star, 1 3-star. So as always, I'm going to start with my least rated book of the month and go up to my most rated. So my least rated book of the month was The Haters by Robin Harding. Now, this was my very first Robin Harding book. I have heard a lot of good things about this writer, and I really wanted to try it out for myself and see what all the hype was about. And for the most part, I'm glad that I did. So because I read these books months ago at this point, I'm going to read the synopsis off of Goodreads just because I want to make sure that I don't mess something up and I don't summarize it wrong.
It is what it is at this point.
So this says, Cameron Lane is living her dream. After years of struggle and rejection, her first novel has finally been published. Her editor is happy, her teenage daughter is proud, and her boyfriend and friends are all excited for her. She's on top of the world until she receives a disturbing message from an unknown sender. Rattled by the accusations she finds there, Cameron swallows the sick feeling in her stomach and resolves to put the missive out of her mind. But when she checks her ratings on a popular book site, she finds a scathing 1-star review. The reviewer is so articulate and convincing that soon Cameron's book is flooded with bad reviews. Could the reviewer be the same person who sent the ugly email? And why do they want to ruin her? As the online harassment creeps into Cameron's personal life, she vows to find out who's behind it. Is it really a disgruntled reader, or could it be someone she knows? The troll's actions are escalating, and when the abuse turns deadly, it will take everything Cameron has to unmask the enemy so intent on destroying her, and finally learn why she's being targeted. So, unfortunately, this book really did not wow me like I wish it did.
Boo.
When I first started reading it, I thought that the premise was so amazing and I was hooked. I'd say the first 60% of this book was just addicting. I couldn't stop. I had to keep reading. I wanted to know what the reveal and the ending was going to be like. And I think I also realized that I like books, about social media and authors. And this had a really promising start. However, after 60%, it kind of really started to drag. It got a bit redundant and we weren't really getting any big reveals, so it got really boring because I like my reveals to be all throughout the book. I just find that that's what keeps my attention the best, and this book was not doing that. But then I was still really hoping that the end of this book was going to be amazing. I wanted the reveal and the bad guy to be somebody I wasn't suspecting at all. I wanted it to completely just, pull one over on me. I really just wanted to be fooled. However, when I got to the end, which I feel like the big reveal was at the very end, and there weren't that many of them. I read the reveal and I was like, really?
You have got to be kidding me.
That's all this time I was spent reading this book, and as I've said before, I'm a really slow reader, so it was not a fast, book to get through for me at all. And then I got to the end and I was just like, really? That's the big reveal? It was kind of something that we were already suspecting all throughout the book, so that was definitely a bit of a letdown. Also, this book, I would say, wasn't really thriller, in my opinion. It was more of a suspense mystery. So I guess that if you like slow burn kind of books and you're not looking for that wow all throughout, that you probably would enjoy it. However, I was a bit underwhelmed. I definitely really liked Robin Harding's writing style, and I will definitely be picking up more books of hers in the future. I'm not sure when, but whenever I get to it. But also, this book didn't really go as dark as I was really hoping it would, because I really like dark and twisted and messed up thrillers, and I also like them to be very fast paced, and this was on the slower pace, and it definitely did not go as messed up as I wanted it to. And just overall, a big disappointment. I gave it 3 stars, and if you like slow burn mysteries that are more suspense than thrillers, you would probably really enjoy this. And definitely, if that is your jam, then check it out. And my second book and last one that was a 5-star for me, it was my first 5-star of that month, was Keep It in the Family by John Mars. I have read 2 John Mars books in the past. I read What Lies Between Us, which I loved, and I read the one, which I gave 4 stars. I didn't love it as much, but it still was pretty enjoyable to me. And this is a serial killer book, which I don't know why I haven't read that many serial killer books, thrillers in a while because I really enjoyed this and gave this 5 stars.
Yay! Woo! Look at that.
So the synopsis says, Mia and Finn are busy turning a derelict house into their dream home when Mia unexpectedly falls pregnant. But just when they think the house is ready, Mia discovers a chilling message scored into a skirting board. I will save them from the attic. Following the clue up into the eaves, the couple make a gruesome discovery. Their dream home was once a house of horrors. In the wake of their traumatic discovery, the baby arrives and Mia can't shake her fixation with the monstrous crimes that happened right above them. Hunted by the terrible things she saw and desperate to find answers, her obsession pulls her even further from her husband. Secrecy shrouds the mystery of the attic, but when shards of a dark truth start to emerge, Mia realizes the danger is terrifyingly present. She is prepared to do anything to protect her family, but is it already too late? So this book was top-notch, chef's kiss, 5 stars easy. So let me just start off by saying that this was not a short book, but I thought that it was the perfect length. The pace was really well. It was fast-paced. It kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. And the writing, John Mars's writing, I forgot how much I missed it. It's to the point. It's simple, yet it's not too simple like Frida McFadden's writing, but it definitely paints the picture. It gets to the point. It doesn't, go overly descriptive, and I really appreciated it for this reason. The chapters were really short, and it was just really easy to keep going because of that, and definitely going to go into John Mars's backlist and read all of his books because this one was amazing. Loved it. Now, whereas I said the last book I read didn't go as dark as I wanted it to, this one went there. This one was really dark. It touched on a really messed up subject matter. So involving kids. So if you guys think that might be a trigger for you, definitely look triggers up because there were some times where I had to take a break, or, I was thinking about what was happening and it was just so unfathomable and so messed up in my mind that I had to take a breather. So definitely keep that in mind. It's not an easy book to get through, but it's definitely very addicting and I couldn't stop reading it. Also, it's written in, in 3 parts, and each part is just amazing in its own way. I think that after a certain point, the book gets turned on its head, and whereas you were thinking a certain way, after that happens, you're totally on a different path at that point. It does like a 180 and it pulls the rug out from under you, and I love books like that. It had one of those huge reveals that I always love in my books, but it also had smaller reveals all throughout as well. So it wasn't only just like big reveals, it had a bunch of smaller ones as well, and I didn't see most of them coming, so props for that, since I haven't read that many serial killer books, but this one still really kept me interested, and I just loved every single second of it. Sorry guys, I had to get my kids off the bus.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But also, I just remembered that I have stated in the past that my favorite books are plot-driven books, and this one wasn't just plot-driven. There was enough of a plot and characterization that it was just the perfect balance, and I definitely really enjoyed that aspect of it as well. And so that is the end of my December wrap-up. I know that it's really late incoming, but better late than never. And even though it was only 2 books, I did have a 5-star, so that was definitely a win. And I don't know, in the future, there probably will be more books to talk about. But this month, there were just 2. It was a very busy month, and I am pretty happy with the books that I did read. So that was definitely a good thing, right, buddy? And so with that, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will definitely be coming back, hopefully every week. I'm hoping. Samson, stop scratching my shoulders, please. And I'm gonna try to make a video a week at least. Let me know what other future videos you guys might want to see. I focus mainly on thrillers on this channel because those are just the books that I tend to pick up and read because they hold my attention span the most and they keep me entertained, which is what I read for, to be entertained. Right, buddy? And so, as always, please subscribe, comment, like, reach out on all of my social media platforms. They are in the description below. I always love talking books and anything else for that matter. Books, birds, those are pretty much the two main things that I love the most. But, so yeah, that's the end of this week's video. I still have a few more wrap-ups to do considering I'm running behind. But Samson and I will see you in our next video, right, buddy? I hope you guys have a great day, whatever you are doing and wherever you are in the world. Bye, guys. Samson, say bye. Say bye, Samson. Bye, guys.